Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be filming my 2021 planner system and telling you what worked and what didn't, and show you what I'll be taking with me in 2022. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. So I posted a video earlier, at the beginning of the year, showing you the planners that I intended to use for 2021. I'll link it down below in case you're interested in watching that. But it's mostly the same planners that I'll be showing you because I managed to keep what I initially thought I wanted to use, and then with a bit of variation. So for a start, let me show you what I used in 2021. So my everyday carry, for those of you who know me, know that I have a Giglio Slim Appunto and that I usually use the Hobonichi Weeks as my everyday carry. So this year, I usually have a Hobonichi Weeks Mega because I like to have the extra note pages at the back. But this year, because I liked two covers in particular, I decided to go with two Hobonichi Weeks in the regular size instead of a Mega. So I used this one as my health and wellness journal, in which I tracked what I ate, my gratitude, spending, all sorts of things wellness related. And this was my everyday carry, my personal planner, in which I have my appointments and everything. I'll probably do a flip through of this one. Not this one because it's a bit too personal, but I can definitely show you what's in here. So I liked it, although I knew getting in that I would much prefer having just one Hobonichi, because I am kind of more of a one book person. I prefer to have everything into one book. So that's the reason why I won't be going back to having two regular Hobonichis. And you can see that this Giglio Slim Appunto is made for the regular, but it can also have a Mega, and it can also house two regular Hobonichis. So if you're interested in that planner cover, know that you have a lot of options with this. So this, I used it until this week, and as from next week, I'll be moving into my Hobonichi Weeks Mega that I shared the setup not long ago. I can link that up for you. But yeah, so I'll be happy to be going back to a Weeks Mega. This 2022 will be my third year using a Hobonichi Weeks, and this is my favorite planner ever. So in a few days, I'll be moving this into my Giglio cover, and this will be my everyday carry. As for work planner, I have this Giglio A5 Appunto, and in here I have an Elia Note notebook, and I have a video on it, and it's just basically a blank Tomoe River paper notebook. I'm sorry I cannot show you any much of this because there's a lot of confidential information in here, but yeah, so last year I used a Hobonichi Cousin. I really liked it, but because you only have one page per day, sometimes it was not enough and sometimes it was just too much for that day. So I wanted to go back to more of like a bullet journal method, and yeah, this worked really well, and I loved this this notebook. It may be a bit heavy, but since we were mostly working from home this year, this just stayed on my desk, so it was not a problem for that at all. So for my work planner, I've been debating about which planner I should use for the next year. And I'll be starting a new job in January, and I thought maybe rings could help. So if you know me, you know that rings are not my friends. Although I do love the look of it, and I love looking at other people's flip throughs and setups of rings, I just cannot make it work for me. So, but I think that rings will give me like the extra versatility that I need in order to organize my things, especially in a new job. So I'll have to set this up. It's not set up yet for next year. I found this cute inserts. It'll be like, I think 2 pages per day from Masia Bermucci. And yeah, I mean, I'll do a video once this is set up. But I have a little faith, honestly, in this. I doubt it will work. And in that case, it's fine because I have here 2 bullet journals. I have this Rhodia Go book, and this is a bullet journal that is set up with like a table of contents, and then you have a yearly index, and it's not dated, so you can use it for any year. You have your future log, and then how many? 224 pages, dot grid. And I got this because I know that this paper is good with fountain pens. And I have also this Clairefontaine A5, Obofa A5 size notebook. So you have contents, and here, how many? 184 pages. So I'll have this as a backup, and if the rings really do not work, I'll use one of these notebooks as a bullet journal because I know that works. So we'll see. I'll at least give it a try, like in January, give it a whole month with the rings. I have this Hobonichi 5-year journal, and this, I've been using this since 2019, so this will stay with me for 2022. I love it. This stays on my bedside table, and at the end of the day I just jot down a few notes on what happened that day. So yeah, that I love it. And then the other thing, so I have this vendor spec codex in B6 size. I have a B6 Stalogy in here, and this is my journal. So I actually tried at the beginning of the year using my weeks as my weekly planning, and then my B6 as my daily planning, but that was just too much. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I like to have everything into one journal. So I know that the B6 size, I used it as a journal before. I love this size for that. So I'll use this I just used it as my journal, and I still have a few pages left. So I'll continue with that in 2022. And then the last journal that I have here is another B6. So this is the Giglio Appunto B6 planner. And what I have here, I had a blank B6 Stalogy notebook. So I converted this into a reading journal. So yeah. So what I do every time I finish a book, I just write down my thoughts and rate it. And yeah, so this one I'll be using it still in 2022. So yeah, that's basically it for my setup for next year. So it will mainly be this Hobonichi Weeks a work planner, whether it be rings or a bullet journal. My planner, my journal, sorry, my my 5-year journal, and then my reading journal. So let me know if you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and tell me what are your plans for 2022 and what planners and journals will you be using. So take care, guys, and talk to you soon. Bye.